The physical body for a mage. Various spiritual practices, such as yoga, qigong, and others, also involve the development of the physical body. Many people combine spiritual enlightenment with purely physical exercises. But what about mages? Do they possess power and simply neglect their physical bodies? What kind of food should they eat? Are there any specific requirements? That's an excellent question, as there's a lot of speculation on this topic these days. Some claim that to be a mage, you must perform various ritual actions. But let me tell you straight away, there is no single definition of how it should be. Everything depends on the tradition in which the mage develops, and each tradition has its own set of rules. For example, the Eastern tradition in magic places emphasis on the proper use of the physical body. Since all Eastern magic is based on the Buddhist principle of non-action, the physical body becomes the only remaining outlet for a person to channel their boundless energy. The core idea behind this approach is that you don't exert magical effort on the surrounding reality, thereby adhering to the principle of do no harm. However, applying these efforts to oneself doesn't pose a threat to the existing reality. And in this tradition, the principle of non-action is the most fundamental. Taoist practices and magic, rooted in the principles of Taoism, focus on developing the spirit by influencing the body. This creates a complex interplay. On the other hand, there are magical traditions that require a person to neglect the physical body in order to develop and cultivate the spirit, keeping the flesh in a state of asceticism. These are just traditions, and no one claims they are universal. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They suit some individuals, but not others. There are no fixed rules or principles. Modern magic is a complex system that blends many different magical traditions. This blending is inevitable, as younger generations are often eager to break away from tradition. Modern young magicians do this with particular enthusiasm, including defying rigid standards for physical practice. The general conclusion is that you should treat your body in a way that allows it to perform its functions. This means properly feeding it, nourishing it, and exercising it as needed. No more and no less than what is required to accomplish your goals. The body needs to produce energy, and not just any energy, but energy of a specific quality. Therefore, you must adapt your body accordingly. For example, if you need light, refined energy with an airy quality, you should adjust your body accordingly through fasting, asceticism, or vegetarianism. In other words, the energy flowing from your body to your mind must be made light enough. On the other hand, if your goal is to perform a complex ritual involving dense, low-frequency vibrations, such as those associated with death, you must prepare your body to withstand this energy. It must be able to withstand the impact of the death energy without collapsing in the first few seconds of the ritual. To prepare yourself, you might subject your body to heavy impacts, consume dense food, and endure sleep deprivation. You must do whatever is necessary to attune the body to such low, dark vibrations. That way, when you immerse yourself in the flow of dark energies, they won't immediately overwhelm you. Instead, you'll adapt quickly and be able to perform the ritual from beginning to end. Alternatively, if you need to connect with higher forces that operate at very high frequency vibrations, you must first prepare your mind to handle them. This will ensure that your mind doesn't collapse within the first few minutes of interacting with these angelic entities. Again, everything depends on your purpose. There are many techniques for influencing the physical body, many from the past, and many still in use today. These methods range from psychotropic influences to fasting or overeating, from specific physical exercises to complete abstinence, and from living in harmony with nature to enduring harsh urban environments. The key question is, why do you need this? There's a guiding rule in modern magic. The end always justifies the means, and the means should never limit the end. This means we won't avoid a ritual just because our physical lifestyle doesn't align with it. Nor will we refuse other interactions, such as connecting with beings from other realms, simply because our physical bodies aren't yet ready to handle their vibrations. Not ready? Then we'll make it ready. We'll prepare it, train it, and ensure it's capable of handling them. After all, how could it be otherwise? The end justifies the means. That's the guiding principle behind how mages work with their physical bodies. Each mage approaches this in their own way, depending on the types of vibrations and frequencies they work with. I believe I've answered your question.